Welcome back. This is Kevin Johnson of Leverage Consulting, bringing you the Organizational Excellence Podcast. In one of the recent podcasts, I was talking about how too many people might be giving out the virtual participation trophies by not giving team members the feedback that they need, most times the feedback that they need to improve. And one of the points that I made in that is that sometimes managers, owners may not want to give the feedback for fear of hurting someone's feelings. However, one of the things that you need to consider when giving feedback is the fact that only two things can really happen. If you have the concern about giving feedback to your team members, think of it this way. Only two things can happen. One, I provide the feedback, and they're able to make the change, make the move, and improve. What else is going to happen? Probably that one thing that causes us the concern or the anxiety that stops us from giving the feedback, and that is that they're going to get upset and or they're going to leave. Okay? But let's face it, by giving the feedback, all you're doing is accelerating the inevitable. That's all you're doing. Because if you don't invest in your folks, they're not going to improve. If we do invest in them by providing the feedback and the necessary changes aren't able to happen, or they get upset because this employee or team member is not interested in making change, they're thrilled to death with status quo, then all you're doing is accelerating the inevitable. That's the only two things that are going to happen. So think about that the next time you're put in a position and you're, again, getting a little anxiety, or you're feeling yourself pumping the brakes on giving the feedback. You're only going to have one of two paths. And think of the coaches. You know, if you're a big football coach fan like Nick Saban or Dabo Swinney or one of those folks, they give feedback routinely through practice, and that's the only way they get themselves to the championship game. So think about that next time. Until next time, this has been the Organizational Excellence Podcast.